I'm not sure who this message is for, but are you trusting God while you wait? So let me give you perspective. So in the book of Jeremiah, the Israelites were living in exile in Babylon, and this was a very dark and challenging time for them. Jerusalem had been destroyed, the temple, and the people were taken captive into a land that wasn't their own. They were far from home, unsure of their future. And many of the Israelites were in despair, thinking God had abandoned them, and others were hoping for a quick fix, expecting God to immediately rescue them from their suffering. But God, through Jeremiah, tells them something unexpected. So he tells them that they were going to remain in Babylon for 70 years and that they would not be returning home anytime soon. So, however, in the midst of the message, God reassured them with this promise. For I know the plans I have for you, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you a hope and a future. So that's Jeremiah 29:11. And while they may not have been able to see it in that moment, that God was working behind the scenes, unfolding his plans to eventually bring them out of exile and back into their homeland. But first, they had to trust him during their waiting period. So, how are you trusting God while you wait? Just like the Israelites, we want a quick fix, right? But God wanted them to grow where they were planted. He reassured them that their future was secure, but they would have to endure a period of waiting, refining, and trusting his timing. We may find ourselves in difficult seasons where we question God's plan, but also his promises. God's promises doesn't mean we'll avoid hardship, but it does mean that through it all, he has a plan for our lives. He has a plan for you to bring you a hope and a future, and his timing is always perfect, even if it requires us to endure a season of waiting and uncertainty. Okay? So I want you to know that God has a plan for you. God has a future for you. And today, I hope this message blesses you. Until next time.